Baba, a lot of people ask this question, and we would love to get your feedback and opinion on this. How often should people get a reading, a Nephi reading?
Okay. For anybody to say this is how much one should receive a reading from Nephi, how often? It's this amount of times per year, per month, or not. Anybody tries to put a standard or a schedule that is across the board doesn't truly understand how Ifa should be implemented into people's lives. Okay? Some say, first of all, let's say someone gets a reading. They say, oh, how long does the reading last? They say typically the minimum is 21 days or a month from Ifa with the Opele. So if somebody just got a reading, let's say 2 weeks ago, or a week, and something came up. Oh my gosh, this came up, I forgot to ask. Or you were talking about the lawsuit coming, it's coming, and I got 2 attorneys, now I have to choose one. I didn't get to ask, I didn't know I had to choose now, I thought I had more time. They don't need to get a whole reading on that. They just got a reading. Somebody let's either come in or ask Ifa, should you go with that? Or they just got read. They just go to home, but they told what was going to happen. That was a question. It's okay. If someone comes with a really dire question, something really important, they just got a reading. Out of respect, I will not make them pay again. Now, a month later, 2 months later, things come up. Now here we go. Some say, try to get a reading once a month. That's incorrect. Some say every 3 months. That's incorrect. Every 6 months. That's incorrect. You get a reading according to your needs. One Babalawo said it with such certainty. It's once a year. There are many Odus that say this is Ifa, where it is stated that your Ifa must be consulted on all important matters.
Right.
Once a year? Let's say you got a reading in January. Let's say you got a reading in February. If I talked about a few things, about some health issues, or about some things or whatever. Let's say something comes up. And there's a serious decision that needs to be made on her health. I need to know. The doctors are suggesting that I do surgery. It can create some complications. I'm going to be out of work. There's a high risk involved. But if I don't, this can get worse. And this is also the risk. I need to know. You're not going to get a... You would tell your wife, if that were to come up, if she got a reading, you only get a reading when you got your reading already. Let's say 4 months later, you're going to be like, you're going to just ask Arula what she should do? Or would you do a full diagnosis? Let's talk Arula on the whole thing. In my ire, in my Osogbo, what's going on? What's surrounding the situation? In my Habiku or Auro? What is the cause? Is it Otonowa? Is it Elese-Egu? Is it Nitori Ogu? Is there witchcraft? Is there things going on? Let's handle that can cause problems. It'll give you solutions to remove the Osogbo of things that's going on. You need to know the Ebo. You need to know the remedies. You need to know who's defending, which orishas are coming through, which energies, what's going on. They will all give you insight. Then you ask, Arula, is it safe and convenient for me or my wife, so and so, to receive this ceremony? You get dafa, you get a reading on it. It doesn't matter if you got a reading 2 months ago, or a month ago, or 6 months ago, or your once a year reading with Ifa. What are you going to say? You got a reading with Ifa already. You used up that coin already. You're going to have to get a reading with D. Laguna and send you to a Santero. Use your logic. It's logic tells you you consult Ifa on a need basis. Now, I suggest to people, even if you're not, you can give suggestions. I can tell you waiting too much long to not get readings with Ifa is also not healthy, in my opinion. But Ifa knows, and it's according to you. You'll never be punished. It's an information. You don't go to Ifa just when there's problems. That's the other issue. You go to Ifa to know where you are in your path, good or bad. Not just because, I'm having problems in my relationship. This guy wants to leave me. This woman wants to leave me. I don't have I lose my job. I got a problem now. You get to Ifa, a lot of pre-active, a lot of preparing. Because Ifa is about preparing. Because if you're not preparing, you end up having to be repairing. If you're prepared, you don't have to repair and fix. So it's a lot about getting the readings, My suggestion is a good, better, and best. I got people who get readings, some every month, some every 3 months, some twice a year, some as needed, 3 times a year. I would suggest a very good, if everything is going well and there's no impeding decisions or things, a very good, better, and best is 3 to 4 times a year. Every quarter, 3 times a year. Just getting checked. Where am I at? Where are things going on? Things looking good with my job? How's my health? What I got to do? You can have a great life and everything going perfect and come osogbo with these dangers and these negativities because Arula is telling you what's coming. And you do that, Bo, and you listen to the advice, you become aware of the roads and how you need to live. Helps you stay in alignment. If you can't, resources, fundings, Arula and the Orishas know. I can't afford it. But a lot of people don't get the readings. All year, going on. You're taking trips, you're going on vacations, kids and families getting all kinds of gifts and going out to dinner, spending $200 or $300 and blah, 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 blah. Again, people, we need to invest in our health, our well-being, our safety, our food, our groceries, and our spiritual awareness and our Arula. That's my advice. It's usually the ones who tell me they can't. We're all over Facebook, enjoying life, spending lots of money. I'm not here to judge. Again, this is because it's not always about I don't have the money. It's about the value that you put on Arula. But the question is how often. It depends on the person and on a need-to-know basis. If everything is going well, 2 or 3 times a year, it's good, it's healthy, just getting checked. How you're going, how is this going, the season, how things going moving forward. And a lot of times things come up and people are very surprised, like, wow, okay, we do our remedies, or no, it's good. Sometimes people are in a bad situation and they get a reading and they come in great. Listen, the bad is behind you. At the end of the day, that had to happen. That's in alignment. This is the advice of how to move forward. And you get some valuable advice. It's a lot of decisions. You come to Ifa on all major decisions is what Ifa says. So there are about 6 or 7 odus that talks about consulting Ifa on this situation, consulting Ifa on this situation, consulting Ifa on major decisions, consulting Ifa on religious decisions, consulting Ifa on health decisions. Many odus that talk about that. So at the end of the day, there is no set time. Okay, there is no schedule. And to tell people once a year, or no more than twice, or you should do it every month, that's incorrect. So everybody's on an individual. And Arula and Orishas know what you can and cannot afford. And you're working. That's why it's so good to have elders that are very conscientious and caring and sentimental to your situation. If you don't have the funds, no problem. If you can't do it, bull, you don't have the money, no problem. I tell my God kids, no problem. This is how much it's going to cost. I'm going to give you a really good discount because I know what you're going through. And you know what? Let's do their bull. I never like to hold up in their bull because of money. Pay me later. Pay me when you can, when you get on your feet. Let's do the remedy. Let's take care of that. I can't remember in 22 years. Really, I really can't. I'm sure it's happened, but I can't even remember when someone's burned me on that because they're very appreciative and grateful. We have a loving relationship. When you have trusted elders, you trusted that you can go and get told what to do and not be told to do things that you don't have to do. So if you're in a good space and you're getting someone who's a good reader and gives you the guidance, yes, you want to invest into that. But again, on an individual basis, according to your needs.